Hello! Happy fall! It's the first day of fall.
No, it's fall.
First
First
day.
day of fall and 90 freaking degrees outside, Katie, okay? It's not fall here, okay? It is still summer and it probably won't be summer or it won't be fall until maybe mid-November if we're lucky. Sad but true.
That sucks for you. It's 60 degrees here
Yeah.
and hella windy and sweater weather. I'm very
Dude, that
excited.
sounds perfect for the first day of fall. Meanwhile, I was like horribly sweating. A little bit of TMI, I'm sorry, but I have a 15-minute walk from campus to my car every day. So, and it's still so hot. So I'm like sweating by the time, and I'm blasting the AC by the time I'm getting to my car. Okay, I took a shower before I came here because it was just so hot. I was like, dude, like I can't. Happy fall to not El Paso. Fall said nah.
Well, happy fall to everybody else.
I know, right?
Obviously,
Maybe like Arizona. Maybe Arizona's not really it.
Jesus said, me and Savannah are Squidward looking out the window, looking at everyone with
Yes,
60-degree weather.
exactly. Exactly. This freaking Squidward meme where just SpongeBob and Patrick all like having fun and
I love that
Squidward's
meme.
looking out the window. I love that meme too, and that's literally everyone else enjoying fall while us in Texas are still burning our asses off.
It's fun. It's okay. But happy fall, everybody, except Savannah.
Everyone else.
Welcome to the She Lead Showcase. I, of course, am your hostess with the most, the shaman of She Lead, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay.
Baby.
Gracias. Join with me, of
Not
course,
bad.
my lovely co-host, the young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire-breathing, the Rhodes family eating this spice of life, the sassy senorita that I know, Hangman Adam Page to my Adam Cole, baby. That really hurt. Miss Y2 Garcia, Savannah, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, today, like I just said, it was hot despite it being the first day of fall. But I mean, other than the weather, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I actually, guess what? I actually finished my homework before the show, and mostly because it was due right after the show. So I would have been late if I turned it in after the show. So if it was due at midnight, it probably would not have been finished. But
Well, we applaud Savannah for finally doing her homework. When I was doing that, Jesus put Rev's engine. Yeah, I do kind of sound like a car when I do that. I don't know if I can do it that
also,
long every time.
for my intro, maybe. Or since we're a year in now, you know, so we talked about things we want to do, some things we want to change. Maybe you can add like Alpha Jerichoholic. Because come on now, Alpha
But
Club.
then that's more words I have to remember.
I know it's gonna ruin the flow.
It's really gonna ruin the flow. Like I can't.
Can we acknowledge
shit.
it now? Can we acknowledge it now that I'm Jerichoholic? A Jerichoholic.
She's a Jericho. You're a Jericho.
Yeah. I think Chris is mad at me if I'm being totally honest.
Well, everyone's mad at him, so it's okay.
No, I think honestly though, like I think it's superstition. Honestly, I'm not worried too much about it. But he hasn't put anything like shared any of my stories on his story since I switched my profile picture from me and him to me and Hangman. But I'm like, Chris, here's the thing. I was 18 in that picture. Okay, I was young. I looked like shit. Okay. I hate that picture so much. I only like him in that picture, alright? I don't like how I look in that picture. I actually really liked how I look in that picture with Hangman. If you follow me on Instagram, it's me and Hangman hugging. It is honestly, like, I never say this about myself or anything having to do with me in it, but I think the pic actually looks kind of adorable. I was like, oh my god, like, that was me with Hangman. And obviously, you know, me with Hangman. Obviously. So, sorry, Chris, I switched it because it's the most updated picture of me with one of my all-time favorites, alright? Like,
well,
maybe you should come back to El Paso and we'll meet up, and maybe my picture will go back to being with you. But you don't want to come back to El Paso.
You know what? Jericho sucks. But we'll talk about Jericho a little later. Don't worry.
Yes, we will.
Before we dive into the actual show, few pieces of information. One, happy Bisexual Awareness Week to all my fellow bisexuals out there. Y'all know you're valid. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I see you. I see y'all. You know what? No, it's a wrestling show. I acknowledge you. Boom. I acknowledge you.
Alright, see you
All
guys
the
later.
bisexual
I end the show.
Katie, no, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you.
Yeah, it's until, I think, tomorrow is, like, when the week ends. But it used to just be one day, now we got a week. So, big shout out to the fellow bisexuals out there. It is also National Suicide Prevention Month, the whole month of September. I have the updated Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. The Bible Chief. Oh, okay. Alright. I have the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline up, as well as the normal Crisis text line. Jesus. I updated all of that just to make it a little easier for everybody, and obviously it's on screen, first line in the description, after the description of the episode. You're allowed to talk about your feelings. If you're not okay, you are allowed to talk to somebody. I will give props to AEW for allowing Eddie Kingston, Aubrey Edwards, Powerhouse Hobbs to talk about the struggles they have had, especially Eddie Kingston's, like, really hit.
Yeah.
Because he talks about, like, growing up, men aren't allowed to express themselves. They're not allowed to show emotion because it's a sign of, quote, weakness and a bunch of stuff like that, which I hate that stereotype so
I was gonna say, that is so far from the truth. Like, really not feeling okay and asking for help, that doesn't make you that doesn't make you weaker than anyone else. It doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make you less of a person. Like, you should have the right as a human to go seek help whenever you feel like you need it. Or even if you don't feel like you need it and you don't feel right, it's okay. Go talk to someone about it. I talk to Katie all the time. Katie has taken all my shit, like, that's happened. I'm not gonna cry because I almost cried last week, so it's okay. But, like, Katie has taken, in a lot of what I've shared with her. And it's a lot, not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure, like, and the fact that I have Katie, I'm very blessed, but just because not everyone has their Katie doesn't mean that there isn't a Katie out there for you to help.
That's true. Everyone needs one of the things I took from a previous episode. It was everyone needs a bae. Because I was like, everyone needs their own Katie, and you were like, everyone needs a bae. And then I just, like, reiterated it. But it's true. Like, you have, like, there are definitely people in your life who will listen if you need to talk. And if they're not in your life yet, they can be. Utilize resources to help. I have always said, and I am the biggest advocate for it, mental health is superior to physical health. That's the main thing here. So, yeah, you gotta be right in your mind to be able to be right with the rest of your body.
I'm gonna say, I was like, if you're, you need the right mentality. You still want to try and be physical and emotionally healthy as well. It starts up here, all right? Take care of your brain, guys. It's very special.
Take care of the brain, everybody. And I'm just gonna do the shirt plugging now because I found it. We have merch, in case you guys forgot or didn't know. The logo, the shirt, cute. It's up there. You can get a sticker of our logo. Do it.
I need to get the sticker. I'm getting a new laptop case.
You have to get the sticker.
Yeah.
I also need to get the sticker. I don't even have one yet, and I need to get one.
I know. I am gonna get the sticker. I am.
Everybody get a sticker.
After I get the budget, I'm not spending money. Again, I told you this, Katie.
There's a lot of money that she is spending on merch.
The fuck shoes, mostly.
Yes.
And then something for Halloween, but we'll get into that later.
We will get.
Well, not later, but as you follow me on Instagram, then you'll get into it later.
But we also have these. Every time.
Yes.
Pro wrestling, pro choice. See these? They're great. They were designed by our great friend Jizzy Doodles. All the proceeds from that shirt are going to Planned Parenthood on our Teespring. If you go to Creation World's Teespring, all the proceeds are going to Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project. You get a cute shirt, hoodie. It's almost fall. It's fall, guys, for everyone except Savannah. It's fall. Buy a hoodie. You're supporting a great cause. You can get a hoodie in multiple colors. You can get a sticker on one. Like, you can get merch. And it's all going to a good cause. Because women deserve to have rights. I can't believe I have to keep saying this.
Guys, I don't think it's asking a lot to have just at the very least a little bit more rights than an AR-15. But in Texas, that's not happening right now. The gun has more rights than me, y'all. Okay, Greg Abbott is more concerned about his precious guns than the women of his own state. Sad but true. That's why November 8th cannot come fast enough. That's all I gotta say.
The fact that you have to say that is fucking bullshit. I know! It's crazy that I have to say that.
Yeah, and you know, Daniel, you would think anyone with common sense would think that too, but our own U.S. senators, specifically our lovely Texas senators and our governor, like to think otherwise. And you know, it's
a different conversation, different day.
Hey, ladies, I'm just gonna say stay safe out there, because even being victims of stuff doesn't save you. But
no, women stick together. Support women. Women support women.
Ladies,
support women's rights.
I don't think it's too much of an ask.
No.
For basic human decency and rights, but hey, what do I know? I know this isn't wrestling, but I'm not booked here.
That's not what that means in this scenario.
I know, but I just love that phrase. I'm so glad you introduced it to me. But,
you're welcome. Alright, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. News and rumors. I don't have a lot. I have the main thing, the main bulk of the show, I think, is going to be the question of the week, and I'm very proud of this one. So,
shit.
We're going to get through news and rumors super fast, because I want to get to the question.
I was going to say, well, ever since I've been on, like, the AW hiatus, I haven't, maybe it's just because I haven't gone looking for news and rumors, I can't think of any. Daniel, maybe you can help me out.
So, first and foremost, we got, officially now, Roman taking on Logan Paul at Crown Jewel November 5th for the undisputed WWE heavyweight titles.
I know it's not going to happen, but if Logan Paul, of all people, is the one to take those titles on Roman, I will be not even pissed. I will be, in the words of Jericho, le pissed, alright? I'll be le pissed.
I will be worse than being pissed, flabbergasted. Appalled. Stop. Drink your water. Drink your water. Relax.
I'm taking French this semester, but I mean, I've been using that word.
Oh, now she's about to be pulling out fucking French like every week.
Not just because of Jericho.
Anyways.
That's none of my business.
You're gonna be appalled. Alright. Let's kick Jesus out. Okay. Congratulations are in order to Mandy Rose and Tino Sabatelli for getting engaged.
Alright, yes.
I was shook, but congratulations to both of them. I forgot they were even dating.
Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I remembered something, but I know you're gonna say it anyway. But I'll let you get to it first. It just popped in my head, and I was like, oh my god, like
she had like a
I don't know why. Just
aha moment. I was questioning everything. I was hoping everything was Gucci.
Good. I just remembered it. But
Survivor Series this year equals War Games.
People are like, did you see the memes of people saying like Triple H doing it? It's like it was cool, but it wasn't the same.
It don't hit the same, obviously, because William Regal's in AEW flirting with Excalibur every week. But Triple H did say
Mr. Regal do what he wants.
He can let him just come over, say War Games, and he can go.
Dude, honestly, they let Taz. Honestly, I do like Taz on commentary, especially since the whole Team Taz thing is done for, so it's not like there's not really that much bias now. But I would like to see William Regal on commentary, okay? Like, I enjoy... Well, I haven't been watching, but when he was on commentary while I was watching, I do enjoy him, like, even though he's flirting with Excalibur a lot of the time.
I know, and I'm jealous.
I'm just saying.
William Regal and Excalibur's marriage is my favorite thing. I know, it really is. Like, it's it's couple goals, really. Big shout out to William Regal and Excalibur. But for War Games, Triple H did say Survivor Series is going to be more towards like storyline based stuff instead of Raw versus SmackDown because the brand split isn't freaking real. And the fact that the Usos hold both titles and Roman holds both titles, like, it doesn't really work.
And not just that, but like I said, the brand split has been like
finito,
dead. Okay, more dead than some of the grass we have out here. Okay, like dead. All right, so we don't need to do brand versus brand when there's literally no brand loyalty because everyone just goes willy nilly on whichever brand they want to go.
Exactly. But we are
unless the only thing I can. I'm not even saying I can see happening because I don't even think that this is gonna happen. But the only way they can go about this, if you want to do it like a versus thing, is just main roster versus NXT. Like, but not Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Just if you want to get people from SmackDown and Raw together, that's fine. You've been doing that anyway against NXT. Then yeah, that's all. That's all I can think of as far as doing versus thing.
But we are getting a man's War Games match, and we're getting a women's War Games match, which, yes, Dakota Kai literally staked her claim as one of the greatest heels women in NXT.
Oh yeah,
at War Games by
with her heel
Tegan and beating the absolute hell out of her and walking on her team. So the fact that there's a chance Dakota will be in another War Games match, same with Io,
please
jumping off a cage, give it to me.
Dude, right a lot of, like, from, like, I don't know which War Games it was. Maybe it was the most recent one, if I remember correctly. I don't know which one, though. A lot of women on the main roster that were in the last War Games match, or the one I'm thinking of, could end up there again, because there was Rhea Ripley, there was Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Raquel Rodriguez, or it was, why can't I think of the name it was before? Gonzalez. Yeah, I was like, why couldn't I think of it? Raquel Gonzalez. They were all. I know Candice LeRae was in it too, but Candice, being Mama Candice, much respect to her. Hope she's doing good. But yeah, like a lot of NXT talent or former NXT talent that were in War Games could be in it again, and it'd be cool to see him mix it up with like main roster talent, like Bayley. Bayley, Dakota, and Io could do something, or having. Johnny Gargano and Roman Reigns in the same War Games match. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm just saying, like, stuff like that.
The idea for the men's has been very much like open to interpretation. A lot of people are like speculating what it could be. The women's, it seems like it's gonna be some variation of Damage Control, so Bayley, Io, Dakota, and Bianca, Asuka, possibly Alexa, possibly Becky if she's cleared. I've seen people talking about if Sasha and Naomi come back, then they can be on that team. Jesus said Tegan making a surprise appearance would be incredible. Candice being back as a heel, coming back and being with Damage Control.
I was gonna say, so what would be cool? I would actually like to see this as someone who's not the biggest fan of Sasha Banks, alright? But it would be cool if we had Belair, Bliss, who's Asuka. I don't know if Becky's gonna be clear. I'm saying this as if Becky's not gonna be clear, right? With Sasha and Naomi, the face side, against Damage Control, heel Candice, because I love heel Candice, and Tegan Nox, who we think is gonna go face, but not. She's gonna turn heel and be with Dakota. Like, let her come back as a heel. That would be fucking cool.
Regardless, I love the War Games has always been like, since they started doing it in NXT, like, it's been one of my favorite things. So the fact that we're getting it, yeah. Well, Tony Khan can suck it.
I know, but he's not gonna. He's gonna snort it.
Yeah, I could see the women's match being a 3 versus 3 versus 3, like the first NXT War Games in 2017. That is also a possibility I've seen, where people like,
true, yeah.
Again, like they're mainly talking about like the men's side, like Bloodline versus Imperium versus random people, like kind of thing. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. They have Survivor Series in like
it
2
would
months.
be cool to see. It would be cool. I know we've seen New Day and Usos a lot of times, but Bloodline versus New Day, have we seen that? I don't. Have we
The
seen both
entirety of each, I don't think.
Or at least not in war games, that's for sure, but...
I just don't think anyone else should be added to damage control, lol. I mean, we could see what happens.
I would say they wouldn't be added to damage control, they would just work with damage control. I don't know. I see what you mean, though, Jesus.
Yeah, like, I don't know. There's a lot that could happen, but I'm just very excited. 2 months until Survivor Series. Let's go. Actually, less than 2 months. The next thing I gotta talk about is Malachi Black made an Instagram post.
Yes, he did. I saw it.
I highly suggest everyone goes to read it, because me giving a quick summary is not going to do it justice in any way, shape, or form. Because you need to read it, his words, his perspective. Basically, he's saying after 2 decades in this business, he's finally, like, taking a step back, focusing on himself. Him and Zelina had a lot of personal things happening in their lives, which is also could be a reason why we haven't seen Zelina on TV. A lot of people speculated she was injured. But again, it's all speculation. And he mainly was saying, yeah, like, I'm taking a step back. I almost had a career-ending injury. I need to refocus on myself. And the main thing that I saw in that post, again, read the whole thing if you haven't yet. He's super pissed, as he should be, that his conversations with people in AEW basically got leaked. Him talking about his mental health and everything like that. Which, yeah, he's not very open about that kind of stuff for good reason. Yeah, like, don't be, like, the fact that the conversation basically got leaked between him and Tony or whoever, like, that's so, like, dirt sheet writers really, like, irritate me to my core. Like, I get it, you're trying to make money, you're doing your job, but why are you all taking something and then spinning it however you want and then publishing it to the world?
Well, even then, even if Malachi was one of the most open, the most open books in wrestling, he shares everything. Let's say he was. It's still nobody's business to be sharing his own personal shit that he himself has not made public.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't matter how open you are, how closed off you are, it is nobody's business but their own, and so people should not be sharing it like it's their place to. So I can say I don't blame him for being pissed. I don't think anyone does. I would be livid myself if all of a sudden you see online, or what's worse is someone comes up to you to talk to you about it, and that's how you find out that your shit's online.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he figured it out, but either way, it had to be shitty for him.
Yeah. So everyone leave him alone. For the love of God. Everyone leave everyone alone.
Let's leave the man alone, alright?
Leave him alone, leave him and Zelina alone. The fact that after, like, he, like, took his, like, time off, immediately reports were like, Malachi Black seen with WWE superstar. Y'all acting like they haven't been married for years. Like, get out of here.
I know, I'm like, does that WWE superstar happen to be Zelina Vega? Like, come on.
Like they literally were on vacation together, and people were like, oh my god, he's going back to WWE.
If he was with the WWE superstar that was not Zelina,
who cares?
It's possible for him to have friends that are not in AEW. It's not like he just cuts all ties and says, fuck yourself, I'm leaving. So we're not allowed to be on speaking terms. Like, he's allowed to have friends outside of AEW.
Yeah, and he even went on record saying, like, he didn't have, like, a bad experience in WWE, and when he left, they were on good terms. So, like, just everyone stop taking everything and construing it your way.
I don't know why people always like to think that when they get released or when someone gets released, it's because I'm like, what if they just, like, wanted to do something new? What if they felt like they've done all they could? What if they just wanted to take a break? Like, everyone thought immediately, Johnny Gargano didn't sign his contract. Oh, he must not be happy. Oh, he must be going to AEW. I'm like, no, he just wanted to go be a fucking dad. And sure enough, he came back. Yeah. Would he have come back if Triple H wasn't running things? I don't know, but it's none of our business.
Wrestler has mental health issues. Wrestling Twitter, AEW versus WWE. Wrestling fans were a mistake. Yeah, it's, for the most part, yes, they were. But we're gonna move on to more uplifting news. I don't know what kind of, like, conference call or email thing that went out, but Juneteenth, Thanksgiving Eve, Veterans Day, and more are now going to be considered floating holidays. Basically, like, the people in WWE, the superstars, can get PTO for those days. And the fact that Juneteenth was, like, the first one mentioned is so incredible. Like,
yeah,
that is a step in the correct direction. So, big shout out to
Meanwhile,
Steph.
you have the rest of the world bitching about the Little Mermaid skin color. Have you seen that? Like, people are. I'm like, dude. I was like, oh my god. This world just can't. There's just no winning for anyone. I'm like, you really gonna fucking complain over a mermaid skin color? Like, mermaids are fucking real. Like, oh, I can't. I saw a backlash and I was like, wow. That's all I could say. I'm like, it's a mermaid. Like.
And, you know, we're not even getting into this conversation because no, we're not getting into this because I can just go.
Yeah. I'm just like, I just think it's disgusting and fucking wild. But
it's racist people. The racist people, sadly, they still exist, and they're going to forever because people suck. The Fight Pit is also making a return. If people don't remember, that was down in NXT. The Fight Pit will be at Extreme Rules, and it'll be Seth fucking Rollins taking on Riddle. I have severe beef with Riddle that I will talk about tomorrow when we do Smacking It Raw.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I was like,
tomorrow's literally Friday's one.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So I will go into detail about that. See you two tomorrow. That's right. You will.
I need to go back and watch some Smacking It Raw, so I kind of like. I'm not going in completely blind. Because
you'll be good. Savannah Smacking It Raw tomorrow? Yeah, she is. She will be on the show. And it's live now, so. Solo Sikoa. We're jumping to NXT now. Solo Sikoa was stripped of the NA title.
That's the thing I gasped at. I was like, oh, because I was like, I just remembered it. And I was like, oh, okay, he's not. Yeah.
I was like, at the start of the show, Commissioner Shawn Michaels, you got some explaining to do, homie. But now, in 6 weeks, at the Halloween Havoc PLE, it is going to be a ladder match again for the NA title. It's going to be Mello, and 4 other competitors. I know Oro Mensa qualified on Tuesday, so that's Mello, Oro. I think Wesley, because they recorded bulk episodes of NXT, and I saw reports that Tony D was injured, and Wesley has his match with Tony D, so I'm assuming. Also, yeah, Tony D's hurt, and like, what the fuck? Sad. Big sad. So I'm excited for that.
How long did Baby Oos have his title for, though?
He had it for a week.
That's fucked up. Just at this point, just don't give him the title. You're gonna take it from him in 1 week.
It is severely fucked up, but he defended it on SmackDown.
That is true.
Elevated it. Big shout out, Baby Oos. Another big shout out to John Cena, my guy, for hitting a Make-A-Wish record with 650 wishes granted.
Oh, dude, that always warms my heart. I remember like the record. Like, I don't even know. They acknowledged his record like on WWE. Also, I think it was like this 400th or something like that, 400 or 500th. Like a years back, and I'm just like, the fact that this dude has done 650, and the fact that like he doesn't even have to be in WWE like actively, and he's still making granting wishes for kids. I think that's so sweet. It is so sweet.
Congratulations to John Cena on surpassing John Cena on Make-A-Wish wishes. He's like, he has granted the most. Like, they even said, like, Make-A-Wish Foundation said, like, he has granted, like, the most. Like, 650 is astronomical. So a big, big shout out to John Cena for being just one hell of a guy. You might not agree with him after everything you see on, like, Total Bellas and everything, which is fair. But, hell of a guy in this aspect. The charity aspect, Cena's got it in the bag. He's also really good with kids.
I'm gonna say you don't know the realities outside of reality TV, okay? Like, people want to say, "Oh, wrestling's fake." I'm like, dude, if you watch reality TV, you can't even fucking talk, all right? Any reality TV show is fucking fake, all right? But
Everything
it's
is
still
fake at this
entertaining,
point. Come on, guys. Get your head in the game.
including you, the viewers. No, I'm just kidding.
Including me.
That's why my Twitter,
I'm actually not real.
That's why my Twitter bio is "I love pro wrestling," and then in parentheses it's "I know it's fake, but so are you." Because let's be real, everyone's fucking fake. So don't call wrestling fake.
She said, and so are you. Jesus. Alright, let's get to the final grouping here of news and rumors. All, of course, from Grand Slam that happened last night. Jericho, new Ring of Honor World Champion. Woohoo.
Yay! I didn't watch because I'm still in the hiatus, but I saw him and I was like, hell yeah. Still think Chris is mad at me though, but I don't care. I still love him. I'll take it.
I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about it, and I'm just gonna.
First of all, I wasn't expecting Jericho to win.
I wasn't either.
Here's the thing. Apparently, they're trying to get a TV deal with.
I know.
Ring of Honor.
I saw that. Jericho's
the name that could.
Yeah, I hate it.
Maybe like after they get, first of all, if they don't get a TV deal, then that just like total backfire.
Then they screw Claudio for no reason, and Koki Khan is catching hands.
or lines, but anyways,
hands.
Okay, and so if they do get the TV deal, maybe he'll win it back. You know, maybe it's just like he's just a placeholder. You know, what the filler reigns as they call it.
I've seen people, again, a lot of speculation. Conversations people have. I've seen once they get the TV deal, if they get the TV deal, Jericho loses the first show to either, I've seen Claudio as a name, I've seen Danny Garcia being a name. Those are like the main two I've seen. I don't know. And if this was just something they did for the pure fact of the rift in the relationship between Danny and Jericho, if that's the sole reason, I'm a flip.
Well, I saw the clip on Instagram. Everyone, all the rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society was all happy celebrating him, and Danny was just kind of like, you know, like.
Yeah, because he cheated to win. Also, Jericho needs to stop doing the Judas effect because it's terrible, and that way Andrade can use the elbow. Because Andrade's not allowed to use it.
No, it's Jericho's move, alright? No, careful to that one. I'm just kidding, Katie! I'm just kidding. This is more like me wishful thinking, alright? But it would be cool to see also. But again, I think it's for the purpose of like the Danny Garcia versus Jericho thing that's probably gonna happen soon. But it would be kind of cool, because if they're not going to give Hangman the AEW Championship back, even though he shouldn't have fucking lost it to Punk anyway, but that's neither here. I'm not Booker or Cokehead of the Year, so, I mean, I guess I can't be that upset. But it would be cool, because even when Hangman was champion, before the Punk feud even happened, I was always like, I would love to see Hangman defend the title against Jericho so he can get his redemption over him. Finally, you know, he's faced Jericho for the title and lost. You know, it would be cool to see him win. So I'm just like, for me, this is just me, my opinion, what I want. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen, but it would be cool to see Hangman, you know, challenge Jericho for the Ring of Honor title. If you're not going to give Hangman the AEW title, you know, give him the Ring of Honor title. I think he's a big name at this point, you know, after you get your TV deal or whatever, Tony. Like, you know, he challenges Jericho for a title, and he finally gets his redemption over him by winning, and he'll have a world title again. Little jazz hands, little confetti. But I know it's not going to happen, but it would be cool to see, okay? And then it would just add another world title to Hangman's one world title reign. And I'm not just talking AEW. I'm talking ever outside of the Indies, which again, still blasphemous. I will still stand he should not have gone this long in his career without a singles title, right? So if you're not going to give him the AEW world title, give him the Ring of Honor title, okay? He absolutely killed it and made himself the top star that I always known he's been in Ring of Honor 2018. Hangman, well, New Japan and Ring of Honor, but still, do it, Tony. Even though you're probably not gonna listen.
You know?
That's just me. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I am. I'm not Booker of the Year though.
Let's move on to better news. The Acclaimed have arrived.
Yes!
And new AEW World Tag Team Champions, and a special shout out to Anthony Bowens for being the first ever openly gay AEW champion.
Yeah, I know that that's something that meant a lot to him even before, like, they won the titles. He said it himself, that, like, it would be such a big deal for him to win the title, and I'm like, yeah, he finally did it. First of all, should have happened at All Out. Little salty because I would have loved to see them win at All Out, okay? The crowd was absolutely freaking, like, obviously I'm pretty sure I could say the crowd was the same for Super Showdown, but, you know, on pay-per-view, come on, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it happened. That's all that matters. It definitely, like, Tony definitely could have called an audible, but that's not another. But all rights have been wronged, and they're champs now. That's all that really matters.
We were scissoring all night long last night, yeah.
And that's, like, my favorite thing. Like, it's great.
Scissoring, yeah.
In an interesting development in the women's division, Saraya, formerly known as Paige, debuted last night. We do not know if she is medically cleared. We do not know if she will actually wrestle. I saw a lot of people talking about Tony Khan books or gets people for the pop. Very true. He has done that very much in the past. I've seen a lot of people saying, yeah, she's a big name for the division, but it won't help elevate the division if she's not booked properly and the division's not booked properly. I agree 100%. Just because you have these names, Madison Rayne, Jade, Tony, Saraya, just because you have these names, if you're not utilizing them, your women's division's still gonna fucking suck. Point blank period.
There's only one, like, it's not even an issue, it's more of a concern, and I really hope that this isn't the case. I'm praying to God this isn't the case, because I would hate for something to happen to her. I've always liked her. She's a really good wrestler, you know. So I know people are like, she needs to wrestle. Oh my God, let's just put her against here. I'm like, first of all, I just hope to God that she is actually medically cleared. Not because the AEW doctors under Tony's orders said that she's cleared to wrestle and that she should be okay. Like, no, I want, like, there to be, like, definitive, yes, you are cleared to wrestle. Because I would absolutely hate if she wrestles, whether it takes 1 match, 3 matches, sometime she's wrestling when she's technically not officially cleared, and she gets injured, and it is either just as bad or even worse than the injury she suffered to have her retire from WWE.
Broke her neck. Like,
exactly. So I don't want, again, it could be just for the pop, so who even knows if she's going to wrestle. I think I could see her kind of like William Regal, just like as a manager. You know,
she could be. I mean, that's kind of what she was towards the end of her WWE run.
Yeah, so at least have her involved some way. I would like that. And if she is actually cleared to wrestle, I'll be glad. But I just hope Tony isn't pushing her to wrestle because, it would be cool to see for ratings. It would be cool to see her wrestle, even though she's not ready to wrestle. Because I would absolutely hate it if something happened to her while she's wrestling because they wanted her to wrestle, not because she was ready to wrestle. So I just hope that if she is getting in the ring, it's because she is actually cleared to do so, not because Tony Khan wants her in the ring and because he wants to get his way. Like, fuck that shit, okay? Like, at this point, you have to really think about how you prioritize the health of your talent, or else there's not going to be that talent to wrestle much longer.
Honestly, like, you need to... And that was, like, another thing, too. People were like, oh, is she actually cleared by AEW doctors? And people were like, if they even have them. Versus... is it just because she wasn't cleared by WWE doctors? Regardless, somebody's talk. Jesus, sounds terrible. I still don't understand how Sting is able to wrestle again. That's another thing. Like, Bryan, Sting, These are people who had career-threatening or ending injuries that came back and wrestled. Sting probably shouldn't really be wrestling, let's be fucking real here, because he's like in his 60s and he's not moving a whole hell of a lot, so let's be careful. Bryan, on the other hand, kicking ass. Which leads me to my next point. A 3-time AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. Now, I've mixed emotions about this. We know that rat bastard, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, has the chip. Now, he is on Savannah's nails, if you're watching the video. We know he has the chip, and he can cash in whenever he wants for a match. We know that. That's the reason that I'm okay with this. Because that means Mox will drop the title to Max.
Here's my question though, like, is it like Money in the Bank where you can do it in the middle of a match, or is it like I want my match at Full Gear?
I don't think they ever specified. It just says whenever.
Honestly, I could see him using that to his advantage. He's a sly little fucker, so I could see him using that to his advantage and calling it out like, "Hey, it is legit that I am the champion now because it says in the contract." You know, I could see him doing that. But anyways,
that's probably gonna be the match at Full Gear if I were to guess. Like, he can be like, "Hey, yo, listen, I want it now at this time."
All I have to say, it's gonna be Newark, New Jersey. It's pretty damn close to Long Island, so.
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
So here, that's my second thought. Because my first thought was, well, first of all, my first thought was Moxley. Same thing with the Acclaim. Should have happened at All Out. All right, Mox should have just retained the title, especially because little fragile eggshell, freaking weak ass Punk can't even go a match without injuring himself. All right, but so should have just kept it at All Out. Anyways. But my second thought is, I know people were always like, well, why wasn't it Danielson? I'm so upset about this. I'm like, look, I get it. I know people want Danielson to win a world title so badly. I get it. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty obvious at this point that MJF is going to get that title very soon. Probably as soon as Full Gear. That's like maybe 6 weeks away. Yeah. So, maybe a little longer. But that being said, would you really want Danielson's first title reign in AEW to last that short?
That's why I'm like,
I know for damn sure that Max is gonna be holding that title for a while. Okay, he's probably gonna surpass some of the other reigns that happened before his. He's gonna have that belt for a while. Okay, so Danielson, if he won, was not gonna hold that belt for long, and I'm pretty sure that would have upset people even more.
Yeah, so that's why I think it made the most. Mox winning, I'm like, it makes sense because we don't want Bryan's reign to end the way that, like, in that best, like,
exactly
that scenario is what I'm trying to say.
That's reason number one. Reason number one, because I would not, and I'm pretty sure everyone else would not want, Bryan to lose the title that soon. Moxley, it's all right because he's already had 2 other reigns. He's already had a good long reign. So there you go. And reason number 2, the reason why it makes most sense to give the title to Moxley, I said this on my Instagram story, and I commented a couple times on other wrestling pages. This is a full circle moment, all right? Maybe kind of unintentional, because I'm pretty sure it would have probably been CM Punk if he was not injured and he still had the title. So I'm pretty sure MJF would have cashed in on Punk, but I mean, it was a very good opportunity to have this come full circle from All Out 2020, which was the last time Moxley and MJF were fighting for the title. Except this time, MJF will not come up short to Moxley. It will be the other way around. He'll have his redemption. Mm-hmm. And then maybe sometime in the near future, while it's because Max and Mox sounds the freaking same.
Yeah.
While Max is the champion, while MJF is the champion, we might kind of close off the trilogy with Mox versus MJF, because we have All Out 2020. Chances are we'll be getting Full Gear 2022, and then maybe sometime in the near future, we'll get the trilogy of Moxley versus MJF. So that's why it makes the most sense. I know people really wanted Danielson, but hey, I don't want his reign to last 6 weeks, all right? Like, that's kind of fucked up for someone like Danielson, all right?
Yeah, I agree. Jesus said Danielson's taking the ROH title from Jericho, just a guess. That's also a good possibility. Keeps him with that while Mox and Max fight for the title.
And he absolutely killed it in Ring of Honor. So I mean, hey, he could elevate Ring of Honor altogether, not just the title. You know?
I mean, yeah, I guess we'll see. That's all I have for news and rumors. That took way fucking longer than I needed to. It's fine. So, today in women's wrestling history, because I'm guessing you don't have any other news and rumors.
No, I don't.
Okay. Raw 2014. We had Natty, defeating Summer Rae. Oh, what a good feud that was. And then AJ Lee defeating Nikki Bella. I believe this was around the time they were kind of like going back and forth, or almost back and forth with the title, the Divas title to be exact. So that was like the only thing I found where there was like multiple women's matches. So that's what I always try and find. But
well, it's crazy.
Oh. Okay.
I was just gonna say my thoughts about like the women involved. First of all, like we said, the feud with Natty and Summer, even like outside of the ring, I know we just talked about how reality TV isn't all that real, but I did like some of the shit I saw between them on Total Divas. I'm like, oh my god, like.
And then on Twitter, Summer Rae is just going at Natty, and it's so funny.
Exactly. So, this feud is just something else. I honestly love it though. And then AJ Lee with the Bellas, it's just crazy because it was when they were kind of going back and forth with the title. But actually, if I remember correctly, I think it is. This was the year 2014 when Nikki and Brie had their Hell in a Cell match, and the loser had to be like the servant to the winner. Nikki ended up winning, and then by some weird twist of events, Brie turned. Well, she didn't turn on AJ because she was never on the side of AJ, but she eventually like realigned with Nikki when she cost AJ the title, in the same way she cost Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan the title at WrestleMania. Same fashion. The kiss of losing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and like it's just crazy to think about that.
Also, I'm like, had I known that was going to be like AJ's last title reign in wrestling, because again, she hasn't been back in the ring since, I would have been even more absolutely pissed off that that's how she went out. All right, like the fact that it was like less than a minute and it was a kiss that took her out, basically. Yeah, no, I was already not happy as it is. But
well, it's because it's the fact that their match got cut so much. Like the Bellas talked about it in their AW biography. Their match originally was supposed to be like 3 minutes or something, and they were like trying to figure out their spots. And then they get to the gorilla, and then I don't remember who tells them, they're like, you have 1 minute. And Nikki and Brie had the idea, and they asked AJ, they were like, do you want to do this? And she was like, yeah, that's basically all we can do.
Yeah, but just the fact that that's how AJ went out in her last title match ever, like, that's bullshit. But then, you know, it's crazy how, like, from that point on, you had Nikki with the belt, and then with that title reign, she became the longest reigning Divas champion. Mm-hmm. She went to WrestleMania 31 for AJ's last match in wrestling. It was WrestleMania 31. And then it's crazy because Paige was there too. They were in a tag match. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy how things change, you know? And then I believe, well, then the women, then that same year is when the women's revolution started, because that summer is when Stephanie brought Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha to the main roster. It's just crazy how that, like, just word led up from there, you know?
Yeah, it's just crazy to even think about all of that. It feels like so long ago, but then like not long at all.
Now it reminds me again. If I remember correctly, I say this a lot, but it's true. So that after that Mania match, AJ retired, and then Paige at Extreme Rules was supposed to go face Nikki Bella for the title, but that's when Naomi turned heel, and Naomi ended up facing Nikki Bella. She ended up losing, unfortunately, but then at Money in the Bank, I believe, Paige faced Nikki, and she actually won, but Twin Magic happened, and she actually pinned Bree, so Nikki actually ended up winning because, she ended up elbowing Paige right in the face, and then did the rack attack, and then she lost.
I like
so, and then Alicia Fox had joined with Team Bella. She turned on Paige, and then I think
okay, the fact that you remember all of this is kind of ridiculous.
Well, I was gonna say, because then Alicia Fox joined Team Bella, and because Paige couldn't rally anyone else to try and go up against them on the main roster, Stephanie brought out, Becky and Charlotte to be with Paige, and then Naomi
Sasha
and Tamina came out, and then Sasha. I'm sorry, that was a
really
peak moment in wrestling.
Right.
I loved this era, honestly. Like, that's why I guess I remember it so well, because I just loved it. I loved seeing Becky coming. First of all, I've loved Becky since NXT, okay? So seeing her coming up, I was like, hell fucking yes, man. And I actually liked Charlotte then, but then they started shoving her down our throats, and then I stopped.
Yeah, we're not talking about Charlotte anymore. I like that TC popped in the chat real quick. Just said Natty the GOAT, and I think he beast. So thanks, TC. I know you love Natty, and the whole conspiracy theory he has about Natalya is so funny. I don't even know what episode it would have been on, but it's so fucking funny. Alright, now that we're an hour in, Wrestlers of the Week, we'll make it go fast because the question's gonna take a little bit of time. I don't even know. You can go first.
Okay.
I don't even.
Well, obviously, my tag team, I'm giving it to the acclaimed Scissor Me Daddy Ass. They won the fucking title. It's about damn time. Like I said, I should have been allowed, but that's just me being biased because, I was there. But it was so cool to see them anyway. I loved seeing them live. I saw them at FanFest. I love these guys. I remember I used to be so annoyed by them, but oh my god, I think a lot of people, they've definitely grown on.
They have.
And I don't know, man, that Scissor Me Daddy Ashford's kind of funny. I would not mind getting it. And they also have the basketball jerseys, which are really cool also.
They're also $100.
I'm very happy for them though, so big congrats to them.
Also, hi pretty Kyle. Scissor my ass daddy. There it is. There, I said it for you. You're welcome. I also have the acclaimed, but I also have the Brawling Brutes. I still hate the name. But Butch and Ridge Holland being the #1 contenders for the Usos. I think that match is literally happening tomorrow on SmackDown. I could be wrong. But it's going to be one hell of a match. I'm very excited. And they beat Street Profits on Monday. And that was a good match. So, big shout out to all of them.
Yep. For my women's, I only have one. It's a little bit of a random pick, but it's because everyone thought she was gonna lose the title, which I'm glad she didn't, because I didn't want her title reign to last this long. But Toni Storm, I don't know why people wanted her to lose so badly. I saw that people were like, oh my god, Britt's gonna win, or Britt better win, or oh, Jamie Hayter's gonna come out and like maybe she'll replace someone. I'm like, dude, like Toni just won the title. Can she have like a little bit of a longer reign than like 3 weeks, please? So I'm glad Toni won, and then I know Soraya's going to be working with her because she helped them out. I saw in the clip on Instagram because I'm not watching AEW at the moment. So I'm hoping that like Soraya can be like Toni Storm's like manager. I'm not saying Toni needs it, but I'm just saying it would be cool to have,
I mean, Paige can like, talk. Toni can kind of.
That is true, but also like it would also be cool because like they not have the exact same style, but their styles are kind of similar. I can kind of see it,
Yeah, so, it works. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say it can go together, so it would be cool to see them, working as a little duo.
Yeah, and then add Athena in there too. Nice little trio, little group.
Yeah.
I have Bayley. She won her match on Monday Night Raw against Bliss. More respect to Anthony Barracuda Storm. Natty Conspiracy was episode 115. Thank you, TC. TC's actually the inspiration for the question of the week, too. So, big shout out to TC. Big shout out to Bayley. Pam. What a lady. I'm happy to see her back. So, Bayley's back.
That is true. It is good to have Bayley back. I know I've been wanting Bayley for a long time, okay? I've been talking about all these different ways Bayley could come back, and now she was back. So
now she's back. It's all that matters.
Dude, just all I ask, I don't even think it's that much of an ask. Please just give Bayley her WrestleMania moment, okay? Like, I'm sick of waiting for Bayley to get her Mania moment,
She
alright?
will.
They've
I
kind
mean,
of.
she's cleared now, and she's the top heel woman right now, so she'll definitely get it this year for sure.
Yeah.
Now your Manses.
I have two. I'm pretty sure you know who the fuck they are. First one being Mr. I think actually before I've had these two exact same guys for my picks, but who cares? Chris Jericho, new Ring of Honor World Champion. Obviously, I know it's for the TV deal, but he is now talking about how he's now an 8-time world champion in wrestling altogether. Which I'm kind of glad they now bring that up. I know they will never ever probably specify which titles they won, but the fact that they'll acknowledge that, hey, they've won titles elsewhere, I'm glad they do that now. But now he is on New Ocho, so congrats to Jericho and freaking Jesus.
Yeah, tomatoes. Many tomatoes in the chat.
No,
tomato.
no tomato.
Tomato.
No tomato. I don't like tomato.
I don't either.
Hey, so no. So yeah, Jericho's one of them, and then the other one, like I said, should have happened at All Out. I'm giving it to Moxley. Yeah, I can never do it like Justin Roberts, but hell yeah, I am happy for Mox, but I do feel bad for the guy, and this is why I hope. Like, this sounds very bad, but I hope they take the title off him sooner than later, only because the dude's supposed to be on vacation, and now he's back carrying the company again. So
it's
I'm
the
like,
fact that this man can't even go on vacation.
He just wants vacation, and they can't even give him that.
I hate it.
I'm just the small little silver lining about all this is that I'm glad that at the very least, goddamn, as much as I don't like, as much as I disagree with a lot of shit Tony does, I'm glad that he can see that Moxley is like the one who can hold his own. He can be the top of the company. He can, make something work with this. He can, like, he's kind of a go-to at this point. Like, Mox, I need someone to win the title because, I need someone for MJF. Like, you can be the guy. And I'm glad that Mox is more than willing to help out with that. But I hope just give him his vacation, all right? Like, justice for Mox.
Like, Renee's probably just like, can you just hurry this shit up so I can go on vacation and relax with you? Like, God. I have two completely different people. I have Seth freaking Rollins. Fantastic match with Bobby Lashley. Again, if Riddle wasn't... What?
I was gonna say, are you gonna laugh like him?
No, I can't. Rollins' laugh is too iconic. I can't even replicate it.
I love his laugh. Like, even when he, like, I didn't like him so much, I was like, damn it, like, I couldn't help but laugh when he laughed.
But, like, fuck Riddle for trying to literally cost him the match.
But his shorts look like Patrick's.
I don't give a fuck, Savannah. I don't. He cost Rollins a title. Seth doesn't hold a title in you know what? Fuck her.
Which is like completely, that's illegal. Like, that should not be allowed.
It's very much illegal.
Is this allowed?
Oh my god, is this allowed?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this allowed?
And then like hire a...
Stop
it. Yeah.
I love that line. And then Kevin Owens. I love KO.
The KO
beat.
It is the...
Yeah, KO show. Beat Theory. I believe that match happened. Yeah. Beat Theory, and now we're getting him and Mr. Wrestling Johnny Gargano next week in a tag match, and I'm very excited because, like, the history between them. So happy. Alright, let's get to, like, the question of...
Oh, you said le! You love Jericho, too.
Well, listen, I say it all the time.
Le.
So, this past episode of Young Kings... sorry, give me 1 second. So this past episode of Young Kings, which you all need to go check out, it's great content. They're great. Love them. Big shout out to TC and Reek. TC brought up the fact that he was watching the first Mae Young Classic from 2017. And that really got me thinking. I loved the Mae Young Classics. They were my favorite. Like, women's tournaments?
Bro. From women all over the world, like, not even in WWE. Like, they were from outside WWE.
There were, like, a few, like, NXT girls there. And then everyone, because AEW wasn't a thing, obviously, at the time. So it was just a lot of unsigned or indie talent. So it really got me thinking, what if there was a modern day, like this year, okay, like next year, whatever, Mae Young Classic. We're changing the name to the Chyna Classic, by the way, because fuck Mae Young. The Chyna Classic, because why not? What if we had the Chyna Classic this year? 32 females. They can be from NXT, AEW, Impact, Stardom, unsigned, whatever. We're gonna create the Chyna Classic. Now, you just gotta think about some women you would want to see in there. I suggest thinking of women who, like, aren't necessarily signed anywhere, and if they are, they're not used very much at all. So, like, the first one I had, like, I only wrote one, because, like, I really want her in the tournament. And she's just great, and she's dealing with a bunch of stupid Impact shit right now, because they're holding on her contract. Lady Frost.
Really? I didn't know all that was going on.
Yeah, they're basically... Oh, that was the episode I did with Matt. Basically, she wants out of her contract, and they're trying to hold her for, 2 years without pay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and, like, not utilizing her at all. It's a terrible time. So, let's just think of some women. Again, since there's 32, like, we will take people from the chat. Jesus said Kylie Ray. So I will write her down.
So try to aim for unsigned?
Try to, but, like, there's 32, and, like, there's not a whole lot of women that, like, we might know. So we can utilize, like, NXT talent, because it would be, like, mainly a WWE thing. So we can utilize, like, the NXT women specifically. If that makes any sense.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Or as long as or if they're not being used, you said, right?
Yeah, like, and if, like, they're not being, like, utilized properly.
Kind of with, like, women, like, on the main roster of WWE, despite them not being used. Because, again, like, I guess if they're on the main roster, like, I don't know.
There was a name that I forgot. Oh, God, what is her name?
Well, I know she's doing a lot of work in Japan, but it would still be cool to see her in this. I would like to see Riho in the Chyna Classic, alright? Because, like...
Okay, yeah.
Riho. Because she hasn't been used in AEW, so we're talking North America, alright? She hasn't been used in North America for a bit. Kairi Sane. That's a good one. I like Kairi.
Kairi Sane. Sorry, I'm trying to read at the same time. Wait. Let me actually put her last name. Pretty Kyle said, Aofi, Valkyrie, she was in NXT UK, so good. Alright, sounds good. NXT UK is currently not a thing anymore, so yep. Matt, who's having issues with his Twitch stream, messaged me. He said Abaddon, which I agree 100%. Yeah, Trisha Dora! Thank you! That's the one I was trying to think of. Sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off. But I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that's who I was trying to think of.
No, you're fine.
God damn it. I know I can't.
You know what? I haven't seen in a long time on AEW television? Emi Sakura. Like, come on now.
Okay,
like,
we'll add Emi.
She's...
Emi Sakura. Oh my god, Victoria, say less. I'm in. Adding immediately.
I was gonna say Gail Kim, because...
Gail Kim, yes.
I know she's doing a lot of backstage stuff. But
I mean, she could still go. She could still go. I mean, like Jesus said, we need a few legends. So Victoria, Gail Kim, definitely. Now it's like I'm trying to think. Like I had this list in my head, and now I'm like drawing a blank. Alundra Blaze, easy. Thank you. All right, we're already at 11. We're doing great, guys. It's going a lot faster than I expected. No.
You know what? I think she was already in the main. Was Serena Deeb already in the Mae Young Classic? Right?
She was.
Yes.
She was.
Yeah, maybe. I would want to see her in the Chyna Classic. You know, especially all that she's kind of done for in AEW now. Kind of.
There was a few people who were in the first classic that are now like doing a lot of stuff. Let's see, Delilah Doom, Rachel Rose.
What's the first winner? I'm trying.
Kairi Sane was the first winner.
I was gonna say, was Kairi? I was gonna say, I was like, I wasn't sure if it was the first or I don't know why I thought it was the second one. Toni Storm actually was the second one, no?
Toni was. Britt was in one of the Mae Young Classics. She was in the second one.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, she was in the second one. Hold on, I'm gonna like pull up a list here.
I only have a lot of my lists that I'm like thinking of are a lot of Japanese.
That's okay.
But and there are a lot of them are from Stardom, because I've seen briefly of them. There's a wrestler called Starlight Kid. I think she was.
I have heard that name before. So Starlight Kid.
She's really good. She was one of the first names I thought of actually before I said Riho.
I did add Alley Catch. Pretty kind.
Alley Catch, that's a good one.
Oh, Masa Slamovich, also good. I like this. Matt keeps yelling at me. Matt, I said Abaddon already. I put her on the list. Please stop screaming at me in the chat.
Okay, I know. Okay, here's the thing though. I know she's a little. I haven't heard much from her. I know she was a little problematic backstage on AEW, but I haven't heard much from her, so I don't even know if she's still problematic. But Ivelisse, I mean,
fuck it.
I don't know what she's up to. I haven't kept up with
her. Jesus said Big Swole. I have Big Swole. He said no. Well, there's got to be at least one person in there to cause controversy, right?
Yeah. Well, because mostly for the sake of the fact that they don't use her, at least they don't use her properly. Penelope Ford, okay, like this girl deserves some justice, all right? Like
Penelope Ford just had a title match.
Yeah, and how did that go for her?
She had a title match.
Yeah, it was I need a title match on the card, but I definitely don't want my champion to lose or look bad. So I need to throw someone in there who I want to lose or I know will lose and no one wants to or cares about. That was the mentality.
You know what?
I think Penelope Ford deserves better. Like, I think the whole feud with like Penelope Ford and the Bunny versus Ty Conti and Anna Jay, like that was really good because they utilized all four women were utilized very nicely during that feud.
I mean, yeah.
Sky Blue, put Sky Blue in there. She's just on Dark, which is kind of sad, honestly.
Jesus said Tamina. JK. I'm not putting Tamina on here. Hold on. I'm just gonna look up indie women's wrestlers. Whoa, that's so weird. It's an article. It's an article that says
injured, right?
What?
Layla Hirsch is just injured.
Layla Hirsch. Last I heard, she was still injured. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know we have it. I know you told me she was injured.
Yeah, I googled like indie women's wrestlers because again, I don't really know. Oh my God, Tegan Knox. Yeah, of course. Nixon. Noel.
And except the poor Poor Tegan, though. Oh my god, she has such horrible luck with her knees.
She really does. Since she's technically still not signed, to my knowledge, I'm putting Willow Nightingale.
Okay.
Because she deserves so much better. Isla Dawn, I'm pretty... Okay, my ongoing theory is that she's the red hoodie from NXT talking to Schism. So, let's see here. Taylor Hendricks. I actually follow her on Twitter. Taylor Hendricks. Janai Kai. That's a name I've seen before. Oh, yeah. She had, like, one match in AEW. I'm putting her on because she deserves a whole lot better.
Actually, hold on. There is someone I want to put, but I forget the last name.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to Google her. Alright. You know what? I probably have a better chance finding her.
Jesus said blue pants. You know what's a turn of events, Jesus? Blue pants is actually Leva Bates. I mean, that's someone we could put. Leva Bates hasn't been on TV in so long.
Alright, I found her.
Alright.
She is from El Paso, so of course I want her on here. I don't think she's signed. She's just been on Dark a couple times. Dulce Tormenta or Sweet Storm.
Sweet Storm, okay.
Put her in.
She's in.
She's ready.
She's in. So we have 23 spots filled. We're busting through this list.
I feel like...
What? No way, mind blown. Wait, did you actually not know that, Jesus? That Blue Pants was, is Leva Bates? Surprise. Oh, yes, I did know. Oh, okay. Leela Gray. Yeah, we could put Leela Gray in. I like that this whole list has basically just become like Jeebus, like creating the list for us.
Jesus is.
He's really helping out. Big shout out.
Alright. I'm just trying to find.
Jasmine.
Because I don't know that many indie. That's why a lot of my picks were from like Japan or Stardom.
I mean, that's okay. I'm clueless just like y'all, to be honest. Well, you're naming a bunch of people, so you're clearly not that clueless.
You should put Maki Ito into the...
Oh, easy. Easy. Love her. Maki Ito. Alright, that's 26 spots filled.
How many more do we need?
6.
6? Oh gosh. I don't know why I feel like it's too much pressure. Like, I think we'll just leave this one to
Viva Man. You got it. I didn't want Evans. Sorry, I'm just doing a lot of searching.
No. Okay, hold on, hear me out. Does Candice LeRae count because she's not signed with anyone?
She counts.
Alright, put Candice in there. Mama Candice. Put Mama Candice.
Mama Wrestling. Is this the free agent? Oh, okay. Do Sasha and Naomi count?
I mean, that would be cool, though. I mean, well, because are they technically... Because I know there was rumors that Sasha was, you know...
So, like,
granted her.
they're still on the roster, technically. That's tricky, though. That is a good thing to think about. If we can't figure out 4 more people, then 2 of those spots will go to Sasha and Naomi. Heather Monroe, sure. Like, these names sound kind of familiar, but, like, I can't put a name to a face.
Is Taya Valkyrie signed with Impact currently? Or is she with AAA? I don't know what Taya Valkyrie's doing right now.
We can add her.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna still look it up though, because I'm curious.
I think AQA, also a good one. Alright, guys, we just need 1 more then.
On her Instagram bio, it says she has her email for wrestling booking, so I wonder if she's, like, not signed. She's just, like, a free agent.
Maybe.
But she's the Reina de Reinas champion and the MLW women's champion, I think. Right? Or is it? No?
The Reina de Reinas?
World champion. Yeah.
Alright, Jesus said Lufisto. If you want to, if we want to get people sick with disease, then Nia Jax. Oh, okay.
That's if you want to get people injured.
That too. If you can't think of anything, I'm fine with putting Lufisto as the last one.
Hey, you know who we should put?
Who should we put?
We should put CJ Perry, or Lana, formerly known as Lana.
Fuck it, sure.
She's not signed with anyone. She's not signed with anyone, and I know rumor had that she was gonna show up to AEW at some point, but that hasn't happened.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised. Alright, I think we have our list. So I'm gonna read them all very quickly. Maria Menounos. Kyle. Alright, we have the 32. The Chyna Classic. I just want to call it the Chyna Classic. Mae Young may or may not have actually done stuff. I know Fabulous Moolah was actually the terrible person. But, yeah. Association. They were friends. just put some respect on Chyna, damn it. That's all I want. So, we have Lady Frost, Kylie Ray, Riho, Kairi Sane, Aofi Valkyrie, Abaddon, Trish Adora, Emi Sakura, Victoria, Gail Kim, Alundra Blaze, Allie Katch, Starlight Kid, Masa Slamovich, Big Swole, Evilise, Catalina Garcia, Nixon Newell, Willow Nightingale, Taylor Hendricks, Janai Kai, Leva Bates, Sweet Storm, Layla Gray, Jasmine Allure, Maki Ito, Viva Van, Candice LeRae, Heather Monroe, Taya Valkyrie, AQA, and CJ Perry.
Yay!
Yay! We did it! Big.
That took some energy.
Big shout out to Jeebus, Pretty Kyle, Matt, yelling at me for Abaddon.
Yeah. This was your guys' roster.
This was I had like 3 names. This was everybody. It's a group effort.
I did Gail Kant, Evilise, Starlight Kid, Maki Ito, CJ Perry. Okay,
I literally had Lady Frost. Yeah, that's basically it. But I wanted a lot of people. Now put the matches together? Hell no, I ain't got that time.
Yeah, this kind of tired me out. Maybe just because I haven't eaten. But
it's fine. I'm starving, so we're not doing a post show because I need to go eat. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, all that fun stuff. Savannah, tell the people where they can find you, what you're gonna be up to, and all of that stuff.
Yes. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at y2garcia with an underscore. If there's no underscore, it's not me. That mistake has been made before. What I have going on, well, Katie, since you mentioned it, tomorrow, or as a recording, it's tomorrow, but as if you were watching this the day after, it's tonight, on Friday. I'm going to be on Smacking It Raw for the second time for like
The actual show.
Yeah, the actual show, but third time overall because I did Spit or Swallow with Vince and you. So there's that. I'm pretty excited because it's been a while. I'm probably gonna fuck with Matt and wear a Kenny Omega shirt and probably have myself facing all the Kennys. So it's gonna be kind of funny. But yeah, I'm actually really excited. It's been a while, so it's been a while since I've done like anything outside of the Elite Showcase. So I'm really excited. So thanks. I'm gonna say thanks ahead of time and afterwards, but thanks Matt for inviting me back. I can't wait. I will see you as of recording tomorrow, and that's all I've got going on. Katie, your turn.
Jesus said, I hope Savannah and Matt fight. They probably will, so I'll have to be
I
trying to
don't
mediate
know,
that.
man. It's different when it's not on my not mine, but like
she doesn't have the power. She doesn't feel as
yeah,
powerful.
exactly. I don't got no power. I'm a guest. I gotta be nice. I gotta play nice.
But it's super. The new format's super easy. It's way easier. Like, he doesn't need to run down everything anymore. We basically just do. You just say a thing if you're spitting or swallowing it, and then everyone talks about it, and then we kind of just go through like that. Way easier. Much more entertaining. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieRathland13. The link tree in my bio take you all things She Leads Showcase. Twitch.tv/She Leads Showcase. You guys are watching this live on Twitch. Are you following the Twitch?
I am following the Twitch.
Is everyone following the Twitch? If you are not following the Twitch, go follow it right now. Guys, we got the custom URL in less than a year. I was very proud of that. The next goal, Twitch affiliate. So I need people to start following. Like, let's go. We gotta get to 50. We're almost there.
Please.
Yeah, I guess I'll say please. Please. It'd be greatly appreciated.
What, I guess, comes with being an affiliate?
We can get people to subscribe instead of follow, which is money coming into the channel. Bless you in advance.
Thank you.
We're not even talking following the buzzards, Bray Wyatt stuff, because that stuff's too interesting to me. Oh my god, that's probably going to be something happening tomorrow on SmackDown. Anyway, ADD. Okay, focus.
Of course, it's on Friday.
Of course, it's on Friday. Again, follow Twitch, please, por favor. If you don't want to follow it, that's fine, whatever. You can find the videos, youtube.com/SheLeadsShowcase. They're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you want to just listen to the show. That's fun too. I have.
You just don't get JF nails.
You just don't get to see the facial expressions we make, and the eyebrow. I constantly give Savannah the rock eyebrow. Like, really? What's going on here? Stop it. Put your nails down.
These nails are better than yours, guys, and you know it.
Well, yeah, seeing how mine are all chipped. You're right. I just dropped an episode of. Doesn't really have a category. I did an interview with Kristen Ashley talking about the PWI 500 because she was on the committee. If you want to learn more about the process of what goes into people being on the list, being in the committee, we talk about the women's 150 list coming out in October. Roughly around like October 27th, she said, give or take. So we will be talking about that for the Spooky Showcase because that's our Spooky Showcase day. So if you, like I said, if you want to check that out, awesome. There's a bunch of stuff on the channel, everything She Lead, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, New Japan Takeover. Go check it all out. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate you all so much, like very much. We would be doing this without you guys. Like 1 year down.
If you want to see how grateful we are, go watch the last episode.
Yeah, literally. If you want to know, just go watch the last episode. There's a lot of thank yous.
I almost cried for you guys. Just like Adam died for our sins on Easter.
Oh my god, what a title.
You little ghost. Again.
Bitch, I'm a ghost. Alright. Bye-bye.